But No Elephants by Jerry Smith. This is a book I had when I was little. You might see it's starting to tear. It's one of my favorites. But No Elephants by Jerry Smith. Grandma Tildy lived all alone. She worked hard every day. She had no time to play. One day a man came to her house. He was selling pets. Would you like to buy a canary bird? Asked the man. Very well, said Grandma Tildy. But no elephants. Grandma Tildy was cooking stew. The bird wanted to help, so he sang a song for her and made Grandma Tildy happy. What a helpful pet. That night they sat down to eat the stew together, and it tasted better than ever before. The next day, the pet man came again. Would you like to buy a beaver? He asked. Very well, said Grandma Tildy. But no elephants. Grandma Tildy needed firewood. The beaver wanted to help, so he cut the wood with his sharp teeth. That night, they sat in front of a warm fire. I like this book because they work together. Every one of these animals so far has been very helpful. The bird could sing, and the beaver could cut wood. Grandma Tildy went shopping. She met the pet man again. Would you like to buy a turtle? He asked. Very well, said Grandma Tildy, but no elephants. Grandma Tildy was tired. The turtle wanted to help, so he carried her home on his back. That night, Grandma Tildy washed the turtle and put him in bed. The next day it rained hard. The roof started to leak. Then someone knocked on the door. It was you know who. Look at that. The roof's leaking. Would you like to buy a woodpecker? The pet man asked. Very well, said Grandma Tildy, but no elephants. The woodpecker wanted to help, so he nailed the roof down tight. The dripping stopped. Like everyone's so grateful for that woodpecker. That night they all danced together in the warm, dry house. The days got colder and colder. Grandma Tildy put food in jars for the winter. I don't like the cold, she said. Just then the pet man appeared. Would you like to buy an elephant? He asked. He's the only animal left, and I must leave before it snows. No, no elephants, shouted Grandma. She went back to her work. The pet man left. But the elephant stayed. It started to snow, and it kept on snowing. And snowing, and snowing, and snowing. No elephants, said Grandma Tildy. But the elephant would not go. They could not see the elephant now, but they could hear him crying. They felt sad. Very well, called Grandma Tildy. You may come in. The elephant was as happy as could be. But the elephant had a problem. He could not get through the door. So they all helped to push him inside. Oh dear, said Grandma Tildy. I hope the floor is strong. This is a very old house. Outside, the snow kept falling, but inside the house, it was cozy and warm. Everyone hoped winter would go away and spring would come soon. That night, there was a terrible crash. The elephant had fallen through the floor. We cannot fix this, said Grandma. You will just have to stay there. The winter was long, and soon the firewood was gone. The elephant was always hungry. He kept eating and eating and eating until all the food was gone. We cannot leave or we will freeze, said Grandma Tildy. We cannot stay or we will starve. What are we to do? The elephant felt sorry. Then he thought of a way to help. he started to walk. And he walked and walked and walked and walked. When he stopped, they were in a warm, sunny place. And that is where Grandma Tildy and her friends are today. Welcome, elephants. Grandma Tildy did not want an elephant. She did not think the elephant would be very helpful. The other animals were helpful, right? They sang, they cut firewood, they carried her, they fixed the roof. But how is the elephant going to be helpful? Well, Grandma Tildy learned that even elephants can be helpful. And she learned to welcome all the elephants. Have you ever felt like you were an elephant, that you weren't very helpful? I felt that way before. But then I remember that there's always something I can do to help. And then I try. Everybody has a role to play. In this little home of Grandma Tildy and her pets, everybody belonged. And you belonged too. Not necessarily with those animals because they're pretend. But you belong. You belong with our class, and you belong in your family, and we need you. I'll see you later. Bye.